against them. They had to disengage away from that, and they paid the price as Fnatic also go down. So 6 teams left, 20 players standing. VSG Crawlers eliminated just like that at the drop of a hat.
Giant Mara, you know they make it through, but I said it, the compound so far of Marco's Gaming is huge utility. But I like the fact doing this, they tried to reclaim their old territory back for themselves. This is what they need to do. They wouldn't have to done if they really went for a 2-2 split. But here it is, Megastar, this is maybe their opportunity to shine. They got 2 kills, they got Vexy already down, so they got 2 down away.
Yeah, but
Megastars,
the high ground by INES and the distance.
They're so good. They're so good, Imperium.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
Grenades. I love it. But Ines, now they got information also Megastar. The 2-2 split that came out from them is actually pretty good. So now at least they got a position to hold on to. But all the other positions are high ground. How are they going to defend this?
Oh, actually, my apologies. I thought Team Tamillas were out. They were actually still in play. My apologies. One player is left standing for them. He's just proned his way through. He's proned his way through so much to the point where not even we can see where he is, but he has now been spotted. He is going to be on the cusp, on the edge of the circle down the southwest side as Jamara hold on to a tiny brown building as they just try and stay down the south of the circle.
Elementrix, they're going to leave the compound now because it's on the edge, and they got to move on. We'll have to see where the circle's going to be good. As we see, unfortunately, Megastar taking a big F in this game. They'll be still in 6th position, still a great attempt. But now Danny finds the top 5 teams in this game. NS, Elementrix, Giant Mara, Marco's Gaming, and Team Tamillas are still in this game. As you mentioned, like Team Tamillas, before they were out, but no, they still got 1 player on the board.
5 team blocks, 16 players. Jamara just trying to spread out a little bit as a full squad. Marcos, they're on 13 kills already, but they are outside the circle, so they have to push their way in. I can guarantee they're going to put it up a good fight to get in there.
NS, they're already in. They're going to be controlling. This is a little bit similar to actually what we happened on that first game. You know, you're a little bit in the open, not many compounds remaining at the very end game, so you've got to try and get the position first. That's what happened for TSM Entity. They took control, They took the chicken dinner. Now the team that got that is NS. Potentially, if it does happen just like last game, it will actually be going over to NS, but now teams are going to rotate. Mr. Huge is going to be the YOLO player pushing forward, and they will be getting some work done. But here it is, Marco's going to be joining the fight again. 1 member of NS down instantly. If they eliminate them, it's going to be open room and open taken on that position in the center of the circle.
So 2 different play styles. Elementrix with the higher amount the vehicles, they're going to push in with those vehicles and then use those vehicles as a way to protect themselves. Marcos just going to be a little bit slower moving in, but also a bit more calculated, spotting out who is rotating in so they can play around that. So great play styles coming out from those 2 teams in particular.
I love the position of Jamara. They're not getting involved into the fight, and they yet got a dip to play around. They're not getting pressured, and they're going to leave all the other teams really fight each other currently, which I think is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
So it's also a little bit similar actually coming out from Marco's Gaming. They did the exact same rotation. They got a little bit more high ground, and that means that they can actually take the fight versus Giant Mara, and that's going to result in that first knockdown resulting in their side. But you got to be careful. Badger is still in the location, and they got to be careful of their next move because that could mess them up pretty heavily as they do finally scout out that last member, and that's going to be unfortunately the end of Team Tamillas taking 5th position in his 3rd game.
4 teams left. It was a great run by Team Tamillas to end up in 5th place. That's a nice amount of placement points. Nothing if that. But now it's going to come down to these 4 teams, 14 players. Marco still holding on, has 13 kills in their side, in their back pocket. They're going to look to try and push back Jamara, but Jamara, like you said, have the dip that they can play around.
The circle, this is going to be the most impactful circle of this entire game, Imperium, where my go, the team might actually just secure that chicken dinner. But you know what, Ines, despite having so many teams having an angle on them, still surviving, I'm extremely surprised, but maybe I cast a curse myself to get the intel. Elementrix after 7 kills, they're looking for blood, they're looking for more, but here it is. You know, Marco's Gaming, they've got to try and roll down. They were time to take the fight against Giant Mara. But they're struggling right now, and they have to give that position away. But the circle, here it is, 3-2-1, and it goes over to Elementrix. They can take control of this entire game.
Yeah, although Mr. Huzu has been knocked down, so don't be too aggressive, right, Shigar? Pushing back Marcos, that's good, but don't be too impatient. Wait for the team to come near you and push them back at the same time. It's always going to be tough because you've got multiple teams around you. Still another 11 players on the board as Shigar is going to look for the last player of INES.
Granada is going to be coming out. I think it won't get knocked, just a little bit of damage potentially. Oh my god, they see Syria in the background of Marcos Gaming. That's an instant knockdown. I mean, one pixel out of place, they're going to laser that down. They're going to mow it down instantly, just like if it was a piece of grass. But now Machine also got scattered away. Hugh might secure that kill. Hugh will get that extra juicy point. We'll have to wait and see. But it is 4 teams remaining, and we still really don't know who can take it. But Elementrix, they're taking control, putting so much pressure with those DMRs.
Okay, so Max Cash, he has to move in right. He has to go down the dip of the hill. The second he disengages away from that smoke, that's going to be him out of it. But all the while, Jamara trying to make a push, but Bad Riv is ready and gets a knockdown.
And he's got the Groza, actually. I don't know if it's from that crate specifically, but man, that Groza at this stage is a clutch, absolute insane machine. As it is, Elementrix up to 12, they're looking for more. And there's going to be Marcos Gaming eliminated in 4th position. 3 teams in it still in play with Jaimara and Elementrix. They taking control, and they want that dub.
So you got 4v2v1, but Mr. Uzu gets knocked down. Nanji gets spotted out, and that's the end of Jamar. It comes down to a 3v1 between INES and Elementrix.
Really got time. I would say pull off the res before going for the fight. On top's got to work. Oh, okay. That was a little bit scary. That jar just about to kill. But Adre of NSB is going to be remaining alive. But as I said, take
exactly
your time. There's no reason to rush. And you got the high ground too, which is huge. Grenades, if they still have it, could actually end the game here.
Well, here's the thing, actually. Okay, if they have like you said, if they have a grenade, that's going to be the end of Battle. But being on the low ground in this very late game is definitely more of an advantage. If Pubgm just gets into you and say, look, I am taking control. I'm going to rotate around. I'm going to give you so many angles that you can't be spotted. But he gets out of the vehicle and he gets knocked down. But Badrev gets put down to about 25 health. But now Mr. Huzu on top, they have to engage. They have to take advantage of this.
Yeah, they have to go for the fight a little bit early, but that's okay, you know. Dodge is going to have actually even time to heal himself back up.
Wow.
And on top, they're waiting. The circle actually does shift in their location. See what? They just got to wait. I would not even go aggressive. Just wait for Badrev to really push on your location, and he can just pick it up like it's absolutely nothing. This normally should be game. We all know that clutches can happen. And we do know that, you know, Ines, they've been playing so good on that position. How will he play around this? He's got the M4. He's got 40 bullets. That's enough for clutch in a 1v2.
Believe the top 3 teams have got double-digit kills. That's how nice of a game this has been compared to the first Erangel game. A lot more spread out between these teams who are finding themselves in the top of this game. But now comes down to these two. Elementrix 2v1, and he peeks too much. He gets taken out, and Elementrix get their chicken dinner.
The Nepal team come out on some formidable fashion, and they take the dub on this one. 3rd game, 3 games so far, 3 different teams taking the dubs. I couldn't be any happier. Congratulations to them. Despite having so many teams from India in this game, having a Nepali team actually taking the dub is still always really nice to see. So congratulations to them. You know what? Really deserved. That position control was so good, and they let, like, every time a position was overtaken, one team was trying to aim for the center. Boom, easy shot, easy kills. They picked it up.
It was also the rotational play from Elementrix put them in such a high amount of control coming into the late game, but they get 15 kills, 35 points. But like I said, the top 4 teams all getting double digits in points. Yeah, okay, the top 3 getting double digits in kills, but Jamara put in a great show and only 1 kill, but takes in points, won't sniff at that.
And also, Marcos, the fact that they rotated really efficiently down on the south and also a little bit more on the eastern side was really efficient for them. They had the high ground, able to shut down Jamara. I was actually surprised that they died before Jamara in that game in 4th, and then it was Jamara in 3rd. So I think that it's also because the circle did shift a little bit more harshly away from them, so they had to rotate first. Jamara and Elementrix, they took the opportunity at hand, getting all the frags of that game. As you go over the team statistics of Elementrix, I mean, man, like getting over 2,000 damage in these games seems like almost mundane at this point.
It is, but it's kind of what we expect from the teams at the top of their game. I'll tell you why, if more Nepali teams keep closing out these chicken dinners, look, you know, we both know we have a special love for the Nepali teams. I might have to break out the Nepali homemade flag in fairness, but yeah, always have one, man. But look at this, the top players on top, Max Cash, Badrev and Surya, equally on top of each other. Fantastic plays from those 4 players.
I mean, I gotta say, a lot of props go over to Cash and also Syria of Marcos Gaming. Like, those moves coming out, especially towards the compound south of Yasnai Polyana Fields, they got like fight after fight after